So we will begin. So I'll give you a nice little bit of time, as always, just to decide how you're going to lie, whether that's on your back or on your side. If you're in bed, then of course take up the space that you have there. Use pillows, use your duvets, your blankets. If you're on the earth, then I would make sure that you've got a couple of things for comfort. So maybe a couple of blankets or cushions or pillows or something like this. I'm going to give you just a minute now to kind of tuck yourself in. So get into what we call your Nidra nest. So imagine that you are tucking in your favorite person in the world. And you might need to have a couple of attempts to find your position, or you might just find your position quite easily and feel like, oh yeah, this is where I want to be. So you are going to be in stillness for the next 25 minutes. Of course, you can move if you feel that you need to, but ideally we're as still as possible. So I want to make sure you feel as comfortable as possible and as free from as many distractions as possible. So distraction could be a piece of clothing that is kind of twisted or feels too tight, a strand of hair. Now, it might always be noise distraction outside, externally. But as we journey through our Nidra, hopefully, we're going to take our awareness inwards. So, just having one last check, maybe with the eyes closed. Just take this kind of scan from the head all the way down the body to the tips of the toes, the soles of the feet. Is there anything you would like to change? Anything that doesn't feel just right just now? And I recommend having the eyes closed and keeping the eyes closed. That's part of our journey inwards. If it doesn't feel natural at first, have your eyes closed. You might just want to blink really slowly until eventually you come to this really sleepy gaze, all the eyes close. So remembering that everything is connected and the kind of signals that we're giving to our nervous system or our brain might be closing the eyes, so I'm ready for sleep or rest. A couple of deep breaths, so that signal that it's time to relax, I'm safe, everything's okay. So maybe take just 2 or 3 breaths in through the nose and sigh them out of the mouth. As you start to sink into stillness. And almost imagine, vision if you can, that the very outer boundary of your body starts to blur as you sink deeper into your practice of Yoga Nidra. Welcome to this practice of Yoga Nidra, the awareness that you are practicing Yoga Nidra. . Welcome each breath in, release each breath out. As the tide, the ebb and flow of the breath just guides you deeper into your Nidra, into your rest, your well-deserved rest. And know that there may be short moments of silence. So I'll still be here, and this space is held. It's as a container, it's a safe and welcome space. And there's no right or wrong way to practice Yoga Nidra. So this is a practice that is guided by me, but also by the inner working of your own mind, your own thoughts. And try and let thoughts just come and go freely. If you find that you get stuck on something, nice deep breath in. And as you sigh out, imagine that you just release that into the air, into the space around you. And we come to our Sankalpa. So in Nidra, it's called Sankalpa. You might know it as affirmation, mantra, could be a word. What it's called isn't important. And this might be something for you for the rest of this year, or this might be something that you've been considering for the new year, or those things may have no relevance. Take whatever is relevant to you and leave the rest behind. So if you have a word or a statement, you might just want to say it in your mind a couple of times, affirming it. If you don't, that's okay. And maybe your statement could be, I allow myself to feel the rest and relaxation from this practice of Yoga Nidra. So we plant our seed, perhaps. And then moving our awareness to our body. So we take our journey around the body. This is sometimes called a body scan or rotation of consciousness. Again, the name is not important. It's the intention behind it. And as best you can, just follow in your mind this journey. And you may follow it and shine a little light of awareness. So we're just past the cusp of a full moon. It may be that you almost see the light of the full moon shining on these parts or areas. You might place a colour, a flower, something of significance to you on these parts or areas. And this practice begins at the tip of the tongue. So journey inside the mouth. Be aware of the tip of the tongue. The teeth, the gums, moisture, taste. The upper lip, the lower lip, the gentle touch of the lips together. The chin, the jawline, the right cheek, the left cheek, the right nostril, the left nostril, the very tip of your nose, the right ear, the left ear, the right eye, the left eye, the right eyebrow, the left eyebrow, the right temple, the left temple, the space between the brow, ajna, this space of intuition, inner knowing. Connect with this space just for a couple of breaths, a couple of moments. Rest your awareness at the space between the brow. Being aware of the forehead. Moving to the crown of the head, around to the back of the head, the back of the neck, the front of the neck, the dip of the throat space. Can you be aware, shine your light, place your awareness, your color, whatever you may be doing, to the whole of the head and the face. The whole of the head and the face, as if a blanket of softness falls across the whole of the head and the face. The whole of the head and the face. Take a nice deep breath in and release. As we send our awareness to the right big toe, down to the body. The second, third, fourth, and fifth toes. The sole of the right foot, the heel of the right foot, the top of the right foot, the ankles. Wrap your awareness around the right lower leg, the kneecap, the back of the knee, and wrapping around the right thigh, the right upper leg, into the right glute, hip, groin space. And placing your awareness, your object, your light on the whole of that right leg and the right foot. Can you be aware of the whole of the right leg and the right foot? Perhaps a sensation of comfortable heaviness as that right leg and that right foot is invited to rest, to relax in this practice of Yoga Nidra. Taking a nice deep breath in and release. And our attention wanders to the left big toe. Left big toe. The second, third, fourth, and fifth toes. Sole of the left foot, the left heel, the top of the left foot, the ankles, and awareness wraps around the lower left leg, the kneecap, the back of the knee. Continues upwards and wraps around the left thigh, the left upper leg, into the left glute, hip, groin space. The whole of your left leg and your left foot. What does it feel like? How do you see that? Remember, there's no right or wrong. An awareness of the whole of the left leg and the left foot. Relaxing, just releasing down into this practice of Yoga Nidra. Take a deep breath in and release. And our attention wanders to the right thumb. The first, second, third, fourth finger. The palm of the right hand and the back of the right hand. Slowly, attention and rest wanders up the right lower arm. Attention placed to the elbow and the inner elbow. And up the upper arm, all the way to the right shoulder. And it creeps into the right armpit. What does it feel like to be aware of the whole of the right hand, the right arm, resting? The whole of the right hand, the right arm. Take a nice deep breath in and release. As we journey to the left thumb, the first, the second, the third, and the fourth finger, the palm of that left hand, the back of the hand, the wrist, slowly traveling up the lower arm, wrapping this rest, awareness, attention up to the left elbow and the inner elbow, the upper arm, the shoulder, and the armpit. And the whole of the left arm and the left hand. The whole of the left arm and the left hand, allowing it to be relaxed, just to rest exactly as it is in this practice of Yoga Nidra. Take a nice deep breath in and release. And our awareness shifts then to the lower spine. So the lowest part of your spine that you can feel or that you can see in your mind's eye. And as we breathe in, you travel up the spine slowly with the breath. As you breathe out, travel down the spine with the breath. Just for these next few breaths, these next few moments. Inhale draws our energy, draws our awareness up. And the exhale just settles it down. And next time we're at the top of the spine, however we feel or vision or see this, we'll hold our awareness there. Coming over to the right shoulder blade, the left shoulder blade, and the space that exists between the shoulder blades. Down to the back, right ribs, left ribs, the space that exists between this. Our awareness then wanders around to the front of the body. Right collarbone, left collarbone, down the front of the body, past the breasts, past the heart space, and towards the belly button, and towards the belly, this place of spaciousness, of softness, where deep breath unfolds. As we breathe in, perhaps we can feel or even vision, if that's something that you're good with and you like, this sense of gently rising and lifting through the body, a lightness to our being. And as we breathe out, a sense of drawing back to the earth, but not being pulled, not being held or controlled, just gently drawn back to the safety of the earth, of our bed, heaviness. Just for the next few breaths, exploring these opposites, this sense of lightness, weightlessness almost as you breathe in, and a sense of being drawn back down with a heaviness as you breathe out. And moving our awareness just gently away from this breath and body connection. We know it's there in the background as we come to our rapid visualization. So try not to over-intellectualize this. This is just a little method that is used to draw us back to reality, shall we say, out of our Nidra. It's still no need to move. You're still in your nest. You're still relaxing. Just imagining these things as I state them. A pink heart, a green leaf, traffic lights, a red car, a black cat, a single grain of sand, a log fire, a green apple, the sun, a full moon, the earth. And can you then, in your mind's eye, with your eyes closed, just imagine the space that you're in. So maybe that begins with the four walls. Then maybe you draw closer in towards your Nidra nest. Maybe there's something that captures your attention, an object in your space. You move closer in towards your nest, perhaps to your blanket, your pillow. And then you settle your awareness on yourself, the whole of your physical body, if you can. The head, the face, the legs, the feet, the arms, the hands, the heart space, the whole of your body resting. And in this moment of rest, you return to, if you had one, your sankalpa, your intention, whatever you called it. Sometimes rest can give us the clarity that we need to find the word or the sentence. So if something's come to you now, that's fine. If you want to change what you thought of, that's fine. If you want to stick with just welcoming rest and relaxation that this practice of Yoga Nidra offers you, then stick with that. Just gently repeating it in your mind. Your breath in, and as you breathe out, you release your word, your intention, or just your breath to the universe. And in a moment, I'm going to count down from 10 to 0. So there's no need to move unless you feel called to. And at the end of our practice, I don't ask you to sit up or anything like that. There's an option to if you want to, but we just end the practice knowing that everyone may want to do something a little different. Some people may have fallen asleep or want to stay in their rest. If you are awake and you can give me a wave or a little emoji, that's always good, just to know that you're okay. But just take it really slowly. And even after you come round from your nidra, maybe place the feet to the earth or the seat to the earth. Take a couple of breaths, ground yourself. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. This practice of Yoga Nidra is complete. So take your time to do whatever you do. I hope that you enjoy this little in-between time. I hope you've got some time for rest. And I wish you a very happy new year. And I will see you all hopefully in the new year. Thank you very much for joining me. Lots of love. See you soon.